Hi there, Pisces. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here for you. Oh yeah, there's a card on the floor. Let me get that. Make it on the floor during Scorpio's read. That's funny. The orator showing a very scorpionic symbology. This is on the face of the deck. So, okay, let's jump in. Thank you for tuning in. We are reading on the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Now, Pisces, I was meditating on your energy. First of all, I'm a channeler. I'm a starseed oracle medium. If it's your very first time, I'm seeing green grass here. Some of you need to ground your energy. Neptune is getting really strong in Pisces right as we step into April. It's going to take time to stabilize. So, yeah, that's a message. But, anyways, Pisces, I was meditating. I feel like you are not sure, about something during this month. You're a little bit scattered, I feel. Okay, there are things that you feel you don't have quite as good of a grasp on as usually you do, and it's probably the cosmos with Neptune, your ruler, leaving your sign. Okay, things shake up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to read and possibly get an extended reading for that energy to see what Spirit wants to say about Neptune leaving your sign, which is a huge deal, of course. 30, how long, how many years? At least 15 years. $14 about, it depends on how many retros, how long, and so on. But yeah, guys, Neptune, to give you context, Neptune will move into Taurus in 2039. So we're going into Aries on the very first of more or less the 30th of March. Pisces. I feel that there is something influencing your energy to make you feel this way. And it's probably that you're picking up on so very much astral debris. It's breaking your concentration a little bit. And I feel like I'm hearing Beaver. You would do very well to ground your energy at this time. Okay, so that's the second time Spirit is giving you a sort of tip, a reminder, a heads up. The thing about Neptune, when it does anything, retros, directs, any stationing of Neptune, and let alone sign changes, will be felt. And the thing, though, about it is that it sneaks up on you. Very Neptune. How Neptune of Neptune, right? Now, it's funny because you're coming in with that energy, but it's so short-lived. On the first and second, it's like, I feel like you're like, who am I? Who the fuck am I? You're a little bit freaking out. And then you possibly, in a sense, I'm hearing corridor, you feel almost even like something that you're usually very adept at. Maybe you're not feeling so expert at. And that's the thing, with Neptune, our sort of bearings. The thing about Neptune is that it dissolves boundaries. So this is a really, by the way, I'm a Reiki healer. I do Reiki as I read. I'm reading your aura in Lifetime, the collective of Pisces, and I am clearing where I need to. It's free Reiki. I do it in my way. I use saliva rather than sage. I'm a Pluto rising. I'm moving through extremely dense portals as I'm reading. And this is going to be, I'm hearing really big news. So maybe it's something that you're experiencing. You really possibly would do very well to cleanse your energy, salt bath, sage, whatever form, you need to make sure you're discharging and having a sense of, relativity so that you don't get sucked in and zoomed into something that's not even like really having to do with you. And again, that's the thing about Neptune, is it makes things that are not real it's an illusion. It makes it feel real. So in terms of the 3D, now of course, there's a place for every energy in this experience. But yeah, I mean, some things it's not for us. It's not for us in our time. Yeah. Some people also trying to offhand entities, so be really aware of that. Make sure that you're not getting sort of confused with what is your energy and what is the energy of another. And I would recommend to watch this reading as we come towards the 1st of April with this big wave building up. Just to remind ourselves, right? But it's always up to you, clear it. Yeah, there's something here, that is very even kind of scary in those first few days. It's like you feel like something is even like crumbling. But then I see on the 3rd, it's like suddenly everything is clear. So on the 3rd of April, and that's quite interesting. I'm also getting that you have a spirit guide who wants to appreciate you, to call you out, and to literally be like, I'm here. Okay, I'm spotting you, Pisces, but this is a general video, of course. It could be that you've done something, you're going to do something that for the first time you've never done. I'm seeing snake. You're worried that maybe you're falling for something that, there is, I'm hearing brown. I'm hearing something about a spider. Like, I've never done this before. I'm not familiar. There's something that is charging maybe your fear more than your intuition, and the balance between the two. That's the thing about, I'm telling you again, Neptune, I would stay away. I would avoid encouraging that by any means, and staying grounded, right? Stay away from, people who unground you as well, like people with a lot of water in their chart who just confuse shit up. Get yourself a good, if you got to be around, so take an earth sign with you, okay? I'm hearing that good level-headed, grounded earth sign or an air sign, but even still, I feel like earth is what we need right now. We need earth. We need to ground. So, and clearing your energy. Yeah, there are a lot of entities right now. As we close Neptune out of this 15-year cycle, we are leaving a lot of things behind. We're purging. And as light workers, we've been through so very much. And just think about the last 15 years, what's been going on in your life. We're talking about spirituality. The Pisces is the 12th house ruler. If you are into spirituality remotely, you probably have strong Neptune at play in your chart. So this is going to rock you, because it's going to rock the collective. And especially those who, you'll be it's not rocking you like you. It's your feelers, your antennae may be a bit stimulated at this time more than usual. It's giving eclipse. Wow. So we have the sleeper and then we have the waker. Yeah. So something is very distracting. You just have to be able to realize, oh, that's not my energy. Whew. It's a moment where you think like, oh my God, and then you're like, oh, it's just a bird, something like that. It's this spooky, ungrounded energy. It's like when you don't get enough sleep and like everything's like spooky to you. You just need to, like, again, get into your physical body, do the things that build routine for you, that you can count on, that are 1, 2, 3, 4 step logical. Like you can count on the next step. Maybe that's literal. We talked about this on the members page in a very recent reading. Absolutely avoid anything with water as we near Neptune going into Aries. Okay. Boating, I'm hearing specifically, stay away from like boats and stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's always up to you. I mean, but I would stay away from with Mercury. If it's a rainy day, I would avoid driving. If it's a rainy day, I would avoid biking, especially anything that has to do with technology. Okay, keep your tech away from water. I'm hearing that because especially Mercury is also retrograde, overlapping this particular transit. This though has to do with, I think, generally as well speaking, anything that has chaos energy. Right now, there are entities that are very much trying to hang on, survive this wave so they can make it into that next portal of Neptune going. Yeah, this is about staying out of the way and not doing more than you need to, Pisces. Not getting involved in drama, not hitting people up who have entities. I'm talking to high-level light workers here. You need to protect yourself, okay? Close those windows. Big wind. Big wind coming. I'm hearing that. I hear something about Illinois. Yeah, so something here is not about you. It's yeah, not your in it's not your interest even. So it could be like a more macro delineation, where it's like, yeah, return it to sender, then the left side of the body and in the heart chakra, in the third eye, through the whole top three chakras. I'm seeing potato latkes here. This is not even something you're interested in, but like, yeah, I'm seeing a little radio. Yeah, you need to like be able to deprogram quickly enough so that when we get towards Neptune in 29 degrees of Pisces, 29.9 degrees, okay, of Pisces, you're not figuring shit out then. I see it in like we're all in boats. So, and I feel like there are people around you who are lower in vibration than you are, which is duh. I mean, as a light worker, you're going to be around all kinds of people, maybe not physically, but like, yeah, in your bloodline, even. Some people here really gonna, I mean, you're gonna see it, like people hitting you up, like, I mean, bro, why are you hitting me up right now? Like he's got entities, he's got a feast on someone's aura. So I would say turn the fucking phone off, Pisces. 11, fucking 11 right there. Pisces, whoop, turn that phone down. Do not accept phone calls, text messages. I'm talking to those who you're sensitive to energy. Okay? People going through it right now. This portal right here is very chunky, very sticky, and you do not need to be dealing with half of what's planning to come your way. And I'm seeing they're already planning to come your way. Energetically, they're already planning, like, we're going to try to catch like Pisces portal. That's how you have to think. That's how entities think. It's about survival. They're not manifestors, they're surviving. Different, right? So you do not need to take energies on at this time, though, unless you feel you need to. But typically we're not looking at reunions here at this time. We're looking at more or less what we've seen is what we lead this transit out with. So anyone new as well coming in, okay, stay the fuck away, because we have Mercury retrograde, we have Mars in post-shadow retrograde in Cancer. That's all about karma. This is about past life warlock energy. These people will literally try to be your they're going to try to destroy you, Pisces. So you need to understand like who you are, where you're at, and start now. Start grounding now. Have a protocol. I know I'm making a really big deal out of this, but personally, even as someone who's into astrology, who is very sensitive to energy, I'm a Pisces sun sign with Mercury in Western, and whenever Neptune even goes retrograde, that shit, recently I've been better about it because I put that in my calendar. But still, like sometimes, like seriously, it creeps up on you like a freaking wave. And trust me, you want to know when, where, and I wish I was like behind the wave. Fuck, So some of you here, you may be hearing about people as well. Maybe literally passing, and so. You need to be able to pull your energy back. This is a very chaotic time, spiritually speaking. A lot of shapeshifters, walk-ins, walk-outs. This is a lot of astral. The veil is giving very thin right now. So, how do you ground if you're in a situation where you really are just like being overwhelmed from every angle, where it's just the sound is too loud? What are you going to do? And that could be the voices in your head, your neighbor's thoughts, your cousin's panic attack. You need to have a way to decompress. Plan now. Journal. What I love to do is journal, and sometimes you just write little quotes that you can come back to, little sticky notes. Have a routine, build that rhythm, put it in your calendar, because this shit will creep up on you, and people, before you know it, hitting you up, just completely trying to drain your energy, bring chaos into your life. Can you drive over here last minute? There's a storm coming, and this person here wouldn't even do the same for you. And meanwhile, God forbid, you could get into an accident. Do not drive on the last few degrees of Neptune. Spirit says driving very tricky terrain, hearing snow, ice, and anything having to do with water, with an automobile. Stay away from those types of things. Okay, so Spirit want to make a really big deal out of that. Make no excuses here, and most of all, be brave, Pisces. Okay, to say no. That's really what it's about with Neptune, isn't it? Okay, we know better than to, oh, we don't, the power of Neptune is to flow, but you can't like stop swimming. You have to flow, so you have to flow with where with where you feel you need to go. So that's the irony of it, but sometimes it's like the shadow water energy can really get you in this frame of mind of like, you get attached to like one fish and it's like, oh no, this feels like everything. But you just, temporarily may forget, that there's such a vast ocean that you're swimming in, and you can honestly just swim, into a different current. But in the moment of Neptune, you may feel that, this is no, I swear everything. And, it could be if you don't listen to your intuition, Pisces, and you're like fighting your guides and yourself on, what you really need. Sometimes, no, I don't want to call you back. I don't want to talk right now. I need my alone time. Don't text me. Don't expect people at this time to have consciousness of mind, to respect you as well. A lot of narcissistic entities are going to be ramped up and vamped up at this time. If you saw narcissists in someone, you're going to see it at the 10th degree, okay, in that person around Neptune at 29. People going to become unrecognizable to you. So, you have to be a bigger person here. I would avoid hanging out with like drunk people and shit. I mean, people are going to drag you into their mess. Okay. Really, really specific message. Now, Pisces, furthermore, at night, especially people wanting to like, call you up and it's like random as hell. They got demons. Okay. So stay away from anything last minute. I'm hearing something about border, says anything risky, like you seeing people, doing crazy shit. And even that alone, how do I have it so that if something happens to someone, it's not impacting me energetically to the point where I'm feeling like I'm experiencing that? It's going to be hard, but you can do it so long as you don't get diluted last minute. Okay. That's the only thing here, because then you're going to be in chaos. Half of the world is going to be in chaos, Spirit says. And everyone is going to be kind of like feeling, I'm hearing moody, cranky, confused, want to dump it on someone else. It's like, project. This is going to be projection central. I'm talking, I think, really about the last week, especially of even starting now. Personally, I'm feeling this energy building up like crazy, but this last week of March, okay, and then going into the first 2 days of Aries is going to be just something you've never experienced, possibly ever before in your life, which we have one time in our lifetime that we would experience Neptune in a certain sign. So yeah, because, well, imagine that, right? How many years again, the next time Neptune goes into Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, in what year? Let's see. Of course, well, we'll do some back and forth with the retros, but still, it's okay. So yeah, and this has been since 2011 to give context. We'll dip back and forth up into 2026 a little bit. It'll go back into, Oh, that's funny. Google is completely like wrong. Yeah, Google is wrong. Definitely don't trust AI. AI wants, I'm smelling gasoline. AI like car diesel. So to give you context, Neptune in Pisces began April 4th, 2011. Okay. This is rather fascinating. I think I'm gonna read this off. Neptune in Pisces timeline. 281 BC to 266 BC, First Punic War. Roma versus Carthage. Then let's see here. 47 AD to 61 AD, Paul begins journeys in 45 AD. Interesting. Emperor Ming intros Buddhism to China. 61 AD, Boudica, queen of Ichena, defeated and killed Theodosius the Great, emperor in East to 395, Roman emperor from 379 to 395. Lots of history here. Interesting. Yeah, there was then Moorish invasion of Spain in 711, Muslim state established in modern Pakistan. Or Pakistan. Spanish Jews freed by Arabs begin their cultural development. Sugar planted in Egypt in 710 and 715. Muslim empire stretches from Pyrenees to China with Damascus as its capital. I'm just reading some random chunks, during the period of when Neptune was in Pisces in history of all time. But yeah, the next time that we'll see it's fascinating. I'm going to read over this afterwards. But yeah, this is very, very interesting. So Neptune in Pisces future, let's see. A 165-year cycle. Okay. So in 165 years, guys, take it as you will, approximately speaking, And the thing about Shadow Neptune is that, the Pisces can be prone to, falling privy to the narcissistic entity where you feel you need to help them, and they're sort of coaxing you down into a spiral. I'm seeing literally like a spiral, like a down current in an ocean. You need to just be, knowing when no is, Oh no, you need to absolutely shut the damn door. This is not a time like, hey, can we talk? It's like no. I'm telling you again, y'all, I don't know but always take it as you will. I cannot tell you to turn your phone off, but well, I would turn your phone off. Anyway, so let's get further because I'm hearing Snooky. A lot of back magic, but yeah, backfiring as well. A lot of errant missiles flying about, and you just don't want to be down there. I'm hearing that. Some of you need to start raising your vibration. The things you normally do, maybe a bit risky, even energetically. Okay, just keep it like low key, keep it high vibing. People are going to be very triggered. So yeah, don't let anyone convince you that you need to talk to them and you need to follow them and you need to, chase that drunkard down that block. I don't know, something really particular. Now going back to it, Pisces, we're going to stay away from beer. Yeah. The thing about any kind of narcotics as well is that intoxicants is that like your chakras open up, wider than normal. That's why they call them spirits. So you could be especially vulnerable, but it's up to you. I'm seeing a pipe. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. Maybe some people are, this is your destiny. You're going to have everyone has their fate. But those of you on this cusp of I don't want to deal with that. This is where we need to really stay off, lay off all kinds of intoxicants and just stay grounded and sober as hell. And not just for yourself, but for others as well. Those of you who especially are holding the grid and it, people relying on you to really stay grounded. But that's, something that would be obvious. Yeah, this last and final week, I see you. Yeah. I'm hearing commission with the sailor. Yeah, your guides here are watching you closely at this time. this is going to be a lot on your aura. You're going to be feeling a lot of weight and pressure. There could be a lot of passing. You may hear about a lot of passing at this time during April. You're going to hear about people just like, I mean, it's like, what happened to who? Like something crazy, bro. Like people doing nonsensical stuff. Mercury, you know, being in, I believe it's already in Aries, but it's going to go back into Pisces. It's in retrograde. So Mercury's not sure what it's doing. It's dancing, and there's no more logic. Logic has now been out the window. Okay, so Mercury in Pisces is not exalted. So our faculties, when it comes to, we just had this eclipse in Virgo, this full moon eclipse in Virgo. You know, our mental faculties and acumen are not at a height, okay, as we may feel it is. So the thing is that the thing about Neptune is that you don't need to be drinking. You don't need to be drinking. You don't need to be on drugs to already kind of have the impact and effect of what drugs do. So, and this includes meditating, over meditating. I would stay away from things just in general that, you know, take you out of your body. And, you know, you could get lost even astral traveling, you know, so you just say it again, you know, ground and, you know, stick with the earthy, you know, sometimes personally, it's like, yeah, even, you know, you're not feeling you want to be around water, even a bath or a shower. It's like you need to be more close to the earth and grounded, maybe being tactile, reminding yourself of the here and the now, and getting out of the head and the mind. Your illusory, okay, faculties can really take you over. So just saying, as a heads up and a warning, if you know about this energy, you're like, I know I'm prone to that, or I know that that could be an issue for me, then, and it happens sometimes every now and then this is a warning, a way heads up week before. You're probably already feeling it, but yeah, to just kind of start getting your, I'm hearing knitting. Some of you want to do some knitting. Get some, you know, it's giving lockdown. It's like, get some activities going and prepare your plans for that. Some of you could be traveling. Don't know why you'd be doing such a thing with a Mercury retrograde. You know, yeah, I'm seeing up into little nuts like cashews, a Mars in a post-shadow retrograde. I would stay away from anything about travel as well. Wait until at least we stabilize with Neptune, especially if you're flying over bodies of water. Now, if this is your first time on this channel, I am a medium. I'm a psychic. I have predicted a number of phenomenon. If you're curious, it's like literal predictions. Like a year before Corona, in like a string of reads, I was like, I'm hearing keep clear of Corona. I don't know what is that? What is Corona? We all thought it was beer. So you need, yeah, if you want to check that out, you can go to the main channel page. I'm hearing the name Dan, D-A-N. Go to the main channel page and you can see the predictions playlist, and there's a list of predictions. I predicted the you know, the helicopters that were encircling the drones in New Jersey. I literally said, like, months before that went down, I said New Jersey's going to start seeing drones flying around. There's chaos. It's literal predictions, guys. So we're not just here pulling cards. I'm a channeler. I'm a starseed oracle medium. I work on behalf of the Pleiadian Light Body Council. And so, you know, this is not about freaking anyone out. If you're at this video, your guides led you here for a very particular reason, and you're probably someone who's very sensitive to light frequency and wavelengths. So you are someone whose spirit wants to protect as well, most likely. I know we have reptilians watching, and yeah, we definitely give you some putty to play with and some goodie bags on your way out. We give your karma back to you. So yeah, it's a bit of an exchange portal here. We mentioned that the other day. We'll mention it again, apparently again. Spirit, according to spirit, it's important to mention that. But you need to be firm, and you need to be in your energy, because also I see. You are at the threshold. Some of you are literally driving this wave forward. You are literally setting the precedent of how, you know, this is going to lead out. As some of you, you're like really playing a very big role in how this transition manifests out, okay, into the 3D. And that's exciting. And you'll understand more of what that is if you if it's really your message and you meditate with that and you sit with that. But there's something that you are I'm hearing practically required to do. I mean, like, and I feel like if this is your message, you'll be like, yeah, I want to do that. It won't be like, oh man, I gotta like work on my aura. That's bye. Yeah, that's not who we're talking to. Bye. You know, like this is someone who like, you save lives with your shadow work. Okay, the shadow work you do shit saves lives. You know that is for the the itch on your back, that flea. Some of you have a lot of people in your energy who are so dumb. Okay, these people here, they're flat out. They're the flatbread, and you're the pita baby. Okay, they're the fucking wonton, a fried wonton cracker, and you are the freaking sourdough boussole, whatever they call it. I mean, some of you people making fun of you. Oh, it's because of their demons. Listen, someone is making fun of you. I hear it like that, Pisces. You know why they're targeting you like that? They're bullying you because you're saving lives. Their demons, literally, trickle effect, domino effect, take lives. You save people, and they want to put you down now. These people here have an issue that they don't want you solving. And that's what it comes down to. Stay away from people who want to second guess your potential, make fun of you. I keep hearing something about a boat. It's loving like giving Aaliyah. There's something here where someone may even try to, God forbid, set you up. Follow your intuition. These people are not your friends. Someone is even trying to invite you somewhere. And it's like in your gut, it don't feel right. Okay, in your gut, they want to invite you along for this ride or whatever. No, in your gut's telling you, no, don't go, don't do it. And it's not just about your safety, it's about the people that you help with your energy. Okay, because yeah, many of you have a collective. Some of you could be readers. Some of you, it's not just readers. It's not just YouTube that you do shadow work. You are holding the grid in your way. I don't just do YouTube to hold shadow work. To hold the grid. I do shadow work. I do grid work in the 3D on these streets that I walk in nature. So yeah, wherever you are doing your shadow work, Spirit says this is a very important place you're at in your timeline right now. And don't let anybody talk to you about that. What you are not, listen, you're on a very sacred path, and you have some stupid you have these people just eating your dust, trying to manifest off your clout, telling you who you are. These people here cannot do what you do, and they're literally trying to convince you that you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. This is really specific. You may get into an argument with someone. I'm telling you, Pisces, don't pick up that phone in the first and second week of April. The third week, I'm hearing about Portugal. The third and the fourth week is a little better, maybe. I'm seeing the High Priestess card. Okay, you're going to ground and stabilize. It's like, don't let anyone call you on your wedding day. Something giving like that. Don't pick up no phone call, text message to nobody. That's the test, though, as well. That's the, the balance of your Neptune. Are you in a self-sacrificing energy where it would harm you? You got to be able to discern where you're actually not of help and where someone would harm you. Really important message. And I would watch this a few times over to really emblazon it in your mind's eye. And I would watch in a sleepier state. Maybe watch as you're sleeping, falling asleep, dozing off. These messages will then really sit in the psyche and the subconscious. And if you're in a situation where, possibly like someone is really trying to attack you with their fucking entities, then you will remind yourself of this more easily. You need to do self-talk and mantra work. I'm hearing leading up until this. Yeah, this is the finale of Pisces. All right. Exactly. The block. Yeah, I love the block button. The mute, the block, the delete, the fucking do not disturb is, oh, what an invention is that? Oh my God. If we kept one thing of all of the Aquarius ruled house, just let's keep D&D for Pisces at least, yeah, Lord. And if someone finds that offensive, they need to really take themselves. Take themselves and trust your hunch, your first hunch. When you feel no, don't, even the minute before. For me, I can smell your energy before you call. Spirit tells me, yeah, this person's about to call you. And I know immediately. Now I'm not picking up. Or, this person even texting you about to text you. I just feel it in my gut. Sometimes I feel this nausea and then that person calls or texts and it's like, ew, get away from me. Okay, yeah, spirit gives you the tease, but you have to be able to trust your hunch, okay, and trust your intuition on that. General video, you have to be grounded though, where you have that balance. Now you have someone coming in. You're gonna have more of these waves. This is not just like this first few days. The whole month is this energy, but you're gonna have this brief, you're going to debrief with spirit, okay, kind of, you're going to briefly see the macro on the 3rd, and then you'll be like, all right, got it. So on the 4th week here, though, there's someone here who wants to, yes, partner up with you. Look at that. You have achieved a milestone. I'm talking to high-level light workers, Pisces. Those of you who make it through this month, you are going to be, and my nose keeps itching, like right there. You have something here that is dynamo. I'm hearing this is a feat. This is a feat. You will be in union with someone here, Pisces. If you make it through this transit, if you pass this leg of the journey and you don't fall back asleep, you have a person coming in for you. Do not count on anybody at this time, but yourself, but your spirit guides is what I'm hearing. This is a general video, okay? But you know what? Okay, like, do not second guess what you know about yourself. And we're going to see a little further this message, but I wanted to get a deeper message here on this general video. I know this is a really big deal. And but we're going to sparse this out a little bit deeper. I want to see with that captain. I want to see with the miser and the forgotten. You will be given more room to reign. Thank you so much for tuning in, Pisces. And those of you who help this channel continue in the way that it does, by joining members, know that you're seen. And I'm hearing good work from spirit. Good work from spirit. Whatever you're doing is working. Just keep it up. Okay. Bye.